Hello everyone, welcome to Real Estate with your authentic realtor. My name is Onyinyechi, and today we'll be looking at land documentation and title. This video is born out of the questions I get from clients. They will ask what are the documents that they will get when they make payments. So when you make payments, you're going to get 3 documents. Yes, so please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you are a returning subscriber, please do like, share and comment. Okay, we're talking about some of the documents. The first to be given is your receipt. You get your receipt, you get your contract of sales, and you get your invoice. So we know what our receipts and our invoices are. But we're looking at a contract of sales. Contract of sales is to show that there is a contract between the buyer and the seller. So that's just the contract of sale to show that there is a business transaction. Now, it's different from deed of assignment. Deed of assignment is purely the agreement. It's an agreement between the buyer and the seller, where the lawyers will come in, will sign, will have your witnesses and all of that. Now, we also have other documents. We have your survey, So for your survey, like I said, we have a provisional survey and we have your registered survey. We have your provisional. With that provisional is just an interim, or let me say the one that can just fly, showing the land sizes, the exact location and all of that. So the registered survey shows it's registered with the ministry, and that is handled by a registered surveyor, and that costs money, costs a whole lot of money to register it, because it's registered on your name and it's going to be with the government. So that is for your survey. So we have other documents, though documentation differ from state to state. Yes, when you get to like in Abuja, you will hear things like ROFO, the right of occupancy. When you have done all the needful, you'll be given right of occupancy. Right of occupancy is different from your certificate of occupancy. So in Abuja too, you have to get your building plans. You get your building plans and all of that before you start building, or in the process of building. When you get your building plan, in the process of, if you are still processing your building plan and you've gone like, let's say 50-60%, you process it like 50-60%, then you can go ahead and start building. Then you know that you've gotten green light to start building in Abuja, because of course in Abuja we have places that have been mapped out for high-rise building, for terraces, for fully detached duplexes, for bungalows. So you don't have to mix it up. So you have to get the building approval from developmental control from your here in Abuja. Then of course in Lagos you're going to have your excision. The excision simply means that government has said, okay, you can go ahead to do whatever you want to do with the land. Yes, okay, so okay, we don't have interest in the land, you can have it. That means it's excision. Then if that excision has been published, that means you have your gazette now. Your gazette is a step. When it's published, it becomes a gazette. That is that about that. Then we have the governor's consent. Now the governor's consent is like a kind of CFO, a renewed CFO. Let me use that word, a renewed CFO, because somebody must have done CFO in that terrain before, maybe in large expanse of land. Someone has done the CFO of that terrain, and someone else now has to buy the land. Of course, you have to prepare a document on your name. You get it now. So that is different from the person that have gotten the CFO initially. So what you do basically is called your governor's consent, where that portion will now be on your name. So the government will now approve it as, okay, let this portion be a SY name. So we are getting the governor's consent. So governor's consent is a renewed, a polished, or it's not as good as C of O. That is just what it is. So when they say a property has governor's consent, that property is as good as your C of O. So if you have questions on documentation, land title, let me know. Now, I want to talk about freehold. Freehold. You hear people talk about freehold all the time. Now, when government has not shown interest in a particular terrain, we normally say it's called freehold. Government is not interested in that, and those are the properties we get mainly in Ekpe terrain. They will say it's called freehold. So from freehold, you can just process it directly to a C of O. When it says freehold, government does not have, it has not shown interest in that terrain. So you are very, very free to buy properties in Ekpe. That's why you get them very, very affordable. Now let me now talk about linking land documentation to the affordability of the property. Now, if you have property that has freehold, there's a tendency for that property to be very, very cheap. Yes, because government, the owner did not process anything. He has not gone to government to do anything. He has not paid any dime to government for one or two reasons. Do you get why it is kind of cheaper? Now, property that has a session, either village session or whatever kind of a session, that property tends to be a little bit higher than the one with freehold, because you have paid in something to start processing. You have paid in a particular amount of money to the government, so you have done something. Okay, so that is why property that has a session tend to be more expensive when you compare them to the ones with a freehold. Then properties with C of O, your governor's consent, they tend to be on the high side, because you put in a lot of stress, a lot of money, a whole lot to get that title. And I hope you're aware that the C of O has a duration of 99 years. So it stays 99 years. So I hope you have enjoyed this this talk with your authentic realtor. So for more information about land documentation and title, just give me a call for more explanation. For samples of these documents that I've just mentioned, you can give me a call. And I know we're going to do business, so if you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Ciao, ciao.